specific time server, which is really weird for me since I'm East Coast.
No, maybe you would have,
Listen,
thought of that.
I don't want to hear it, alright?
Fucking people, bro. Let's
God,
move to a server where nobody plays at the time that we play. Do do do.
do. Alright, whatever. We've been here for like a year. I don't want to hear it.
And that was part of the reason I left that year ago.
That year ago, a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away,
I was promised Mr. Twitch guy.
Mr. Twitch, I was promised. Are you running, looking for raid right now?
No, I'm just running a quest because I'm bored.
Form that looks like a fan. What I'm in right now? Oh,
It's
it's
called.
it's flight form. It turns me into a bird. See, I have it glyphed so that travel form turns me into a stag. So say I'm PvPing, I do flag carrying because I'm a bear druid. So I'll grab the flag and I'll be able to run in stag mode, which makes me get, I don't know, it's like 20% run speed or something like that. So it's extra fast run speed, and then I also have it so I have wild charge, so I can kind of like hop ahead just like that and carry the flag a little faster. So hopefully I wind up running just fast enough to get my ass all the way to the other side and cap the flag.
And how's that work out for you?
You know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes I'm like, you get in a good BG group and you're like, yes, yes, I'm the shit. And other times you're like, fuck off. But yeah, that's my three forms. So I have it glyphed. Where's the glyph at though? Yeah, your stag can now be used as a mount by party members. Travel form will no longer um, ever activate flight. Flight form is learned as a separate ability, which it's basically how it used to be. Plus, someone can ride on my back as a stag, so I'm basically a mount while in stag form as well, which is also kind of cool. So like while I'm in BGs again, I can have a healer hop on me, and if I get stunned, they can hop off and start healing me, and hop on if I get out of the stun. So in a perfect world, it works out. Not so often though. What kind of DK do you play as? Frost. We were just talking about Frost tanks back in BC. Not BC, I'm sorry. Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, I miss Unholy being like a good DPS spec too. I was like, alright, Unholy, that's your PvP spec, and DPS is Frost, and tank is Blood. That's all you get. That's how you play it. I really would love talent trees to come back because I've really felt like that gave me my own personality with my tunes that I was playing. But Blizzard already said that ain't happening. We're gonna dumb this game down as dumb as possible and go from there.
I am ready to begin with the stupidness.
Can you define the stupidness? Like, what kind of stupidness do you speak of?
World of Warcraft and its gaming.
Sorry, but we've been doing that for a while now. Ding at chime time. I'm really gonna get a bell for while I'm streaming. Just ding. I don't know why, but I just want a fucking bell.
Dude, I gotta get something to be able to get my pet battling stuff up. I never played Pokemon.
Yo, Sass and this guy Prot and of course Heather, who we are now on current talking terms with, are some pet battling mofos.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know Sass and that other guy, but I know one of those people don't have a life.
Well, I mean, World of Warcraft. So rare, right?
It's not the whole fact of it's a guild with drama. It's the fact that it's a I don't know what to say.
It's very childish. Like, we have adults acting like children because it's their children. So it's like, why are you letting the 13-year-old run around in a raid group with a bunch of, I don't know, 21 and over people, and then getting mad at the 21 and over people for saying what 21 and over people say while raiding and getting pissed off about bashing their heads against the wall? Uh, hello? So it's a whole thing. It's whatever too. So we'll just go back to doing what we do best, and that's bashing our heads against the wall on bosses, minus a bunch of children. Oof. You know, we do amazing times as drunken raiding.
Yeah, I remember we had 20 people, 25-man necks, half of us drunk, and still did it.
Hmm.
This was back in the day when, you needed geared people, and I think we had 3 or 4 in blues.
And still missing a five of the 25 men.
Yeah,
Yup.
a good time.
Back in the day when this game was actually difficult to play. And min-maxing was a thing.
Right?
You actually have to know your tune now. I just play with a one-button macro. And that's a real thing. I literally hit one button.
And that's what you could do on your DK. You were talking about seeing people play on their DK. So many people play with what's called a one-button macro now that there's no need for playing the game.
Mm-mm. It's actually pretty sad. Like there's an add-on called Gnome Sequencer, and it quite literally does your entire rotation with cooldowns, everything. And I had a buddy that had a hunter geared, and he'd be doing shit ton of DPS, and I said, I bet I could beat you in DPS on your hunter. So we traded accounts. He went on my druid, I went on his hunter, and I doubled his DPS with a one button macro. It blew his mind. It's quite ridiculous. Now it doesn't work for every class, but it works most of the time if you get it set up pretty well. It's pretty ridiculous. It's actually upsetting.
But never fear, the hunter and the douche knight class, they definitely work for.
Hmm. They actually also, I believe, are working very well for the mage class. Do you only play a DK, or do you dabble in other tunes?
I like playing Pally.
They got a one button for Pally.
Pallies are fun too.
I'm kind of interested to play Warlock next. So,
I'm not sure if they got a good Warlock one yet.
No, they don't. Warlocks are very situational, which is a good thing if you actually want to learn your class and play around with it. Warlocks are fun to play in general too, especially because they have a lot of um, abilities that are helpful for raid groups in general.
you seem like you're fun though. I haven't met anyone.
What level is the Warlock you're playing on?
100.
Gotcha.
Well, have you ever heard of the one button macros or no?
No.
So yeah, Dan, you're gonna have to make
Wow,
a.
lazymacro.com. I'm gonna have to make a YouTube video on it, but
Well, you
if you,
need gnome sequencer as well, so you'll need to
hmm,
make a video on it.
yeah, I'll have to make a YouTube video on it. It's pretty actually pretty awesome.
What's it
But
called
if
again?
it, the add-on is called gnome sequencer,
Yeah, but you gotta.
but you have to set it up a certain way. So hold on, let
Yeah.
me see if I can find a link for you.
So you just hit the one button and that's it?
Yeah. So here is a link to the site to download it, which is wowinterface.com. So if you click on the mumble in the chat, there'll be a link to it. So
So
you basically download it and you're going to put it in your WoW interface and then add-ons. So you find your World of Warcraft folder, and then you open up your interface folder, and then you open up your add-on folder and drop the nim sequencer after you've extracted it from the zip file into that folder. So it'll be with all your other add-ons. And then if you click on the folder that gnome sequencer's in, you'll see it say example sequences dot lua, and you just take out the example, so it is then sequences dot lua.
Yeah, I might open up a link.
Yes, it's a whole thing.
you
Um,
just need to make a video on it, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, then we go to like wowlazymacro.com, which has a shit ton of gnome sequencer macros that other people are using and trying out and all that stuff. And you go there and you just basically copy and paste into the text file of gnome sequencer, and you just hit one button and boom, it's done. Like on my screen, like right now, you'll see that my bear form is the first button on my number one. Once I hit that, it goes to a question mark, and it's just going to go through a sequence of spells. All I'm doing is hitting it, and it's going to all my different spells that I would use in my rotation. So I have that, and then next to my one button macro, I have my interrupt when I need to interrupt something. I have my savage defense because I'm a bear, and that it's a proc to use my rage to like give myself physical. It ups my dodge percent and reduces damage I take. And then I have also a frenzy regeneration, which basically heals me. So that's the only buttons I need, period, other than growl because I'm a tank. And that's I just spam one button on my mouse, and as I go, I use other spells that I might need here and there. So right now on this practice dummy, I'm just spamming one button. and every once